Greetings, everyone. It's a busy Saturday, and I am working on the DioWarriors web server, not the store, just the regular web server website. Uh, Another computer I'm trying to get up and going. Another computer down below that up and going, but that one's dead. I got printers going, and I got this room that I'm trying to organize and get things better. But it's proving to be a bit of a nightmare. So I decided let the printers print, and I'm going to work on the room, work on some of the figures, put some figures back, and I thought maybe go ahead and stream this, and maybe y'all would like it, And after all, we all have similar figures. If you're into GI Joe, if you're into the 1/18 scale stuff, we probably have some of the same figures. I am not too much of a collector in the vintage GI Joe stuff. I have a few of those. Most of the O-rings are snapped and breaking, so I have them not on display. I have them in a plastic box. So I'm not going to do anything with those. So all that I have here is the modern era GI Joe stuff. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe I can move the camera around, but I have uh, stuff set aside for boss fight, for Marauders, for Microman, for Acid Rain, and some Joy Toy. I got some figures set aside for the VSS crew, and in the far cabinet over there, I got Star Wars stuff, Indiana Jones, things like that. So we'll see. Maybe I'll have to move the camera, and maybe I need to put the camera over here so you guys get to see all of this. But in the meantime, I'm going to try to focus on just little things here and there. So anyways, this now I got the chair in my way. Maybe this is not going to work out. I got a computer in the way. I can't just roll out the chair. Yeah, the computer's kind of long. I really won't be able to roll out the chair. So then I have reasons to clean up the area around the chair here. So anyway, want to get started, really. So I don't know about y'all, but when I started this Joe room, everything was nice and neat. I had great plans to have some glass cabinets over here displaying some larger figures. But as the prints took off, I needed a place to keep all the prints. So I started to put prints anywhere I have space. So now I have prints here, I got prints here, I got prints here, I got prints here. Here, well, you can't see it. That's the web server blocking the view. So, but I got lots of stuff in the way, and I just need to get things out of the way so I can move around. I got a filing cabinet here. Try to show some of that. An old project, still kind of working on. It's the when the Chicken Fry Toys Dime Novel Legends cowboy figures were coming out. I was thinking, well, back then they had some execution of treasonous prisoners, things like that, and I was thinking, well, you can't really have a Western scene without, at some point, having some sort of gallows. So I was thinking, well, I could do something like a simple gallows, and but I kind of stopped there because I was working on the mechanism to open the trap door, and but it was getting a little bit involved, and I had to move on to other projects. And I think I wanted this to be ready for one of the JoeCons, but didn't have time to go back and work on all of that. Now it's kind of collecting dust. But the trapdoor kind of works only because it has a wooden hinge piece. But I was hoping to get the thing to work with a little lever and have a little gear. So when you move the lever, the gear will move a bar underneath, causing the trapdoor to drop. But so I'll have to go back and revisit this particular project again. So, but I need to find space for it. So I really don't have an area. So I'll just put it here for the moment. Really, I need to be able to make a path and walk by and be able to walk from here all the way to the other side. But I got stuff like everywhere, so I'm kind of like tiptoeing over everything. I got a bunch of the yellow bleach bottles that can you see it? Maybe my shirt. A bunch of the yellow bleach bottles that I need to post treat. Getting a lot of glare from the window. But anyways, they have little stringies right now because I need to take a knife and kind of just remove some of the stringies, and then I need to put them into a machine to try to suppress as much of the layer lines as possible and make a shiny bottle. So I got to do that. Probably do that today. Takes about 24 hours for the layer lines stuff to completely work. So after I put it into the machine, it's all tacky and sticky. So 24 hours allows the plastic to be handled again. Only have one machine, so when that machine is occupied, I can't put other plastic parts in there. Oh, I wanted to show something yesterday on last night's live stream, but I kind of ran out of time, and then I forgot about it. I don't know if you can see this. This is a little experiment with an acrylic keyboard that I painted, and then I went ahead and engraved over it. So the keys are kind of translucent. If I get a light, I might be able to see the keys light up a bit better. Maybe at night. Maybe at night it'll show better. So the idea is using the acrylics, I could engrave just parts that I want to illuminate, such as a keyboard or other things like that. And then when you put it on a console with certain lights, like a UV light, or to actually shine a light underneath, you could illuminate buttons, other items of a display, even a monitor, such as, for example, a radar screen. So you have a black screen with circle lines, little dots, and all that could be engraved, and have a light underneath, a little LED light, and that will enable the acrylic to shine as if it really has power on. So for people doing like a command station for the USS Flag or for the VSS or some other headquarters, and you want to have dark, subdued lighting, you can use that method to illuminate different consoles. So everything has this, real world look to it. Let's see. So I have some prints going on right now, and so I'm maintaining some printers. Let's see. I just don't want the printers to like finish and then sit idle. So every so often you'll see me go back and forth with them. Here's an old style gun rack that I did not too long ago, actually last year. They're all out of wood, laser cut. They do work well. They're compatible to most GI Joe weapons and and a number of the Marauder weapons. And this one just painted up green, but the same style, same idea, I've been using with acrylic, and I'm going to be updating the store with some more of these gun racks, but the ones that are in acrylic. And they probably will not be painted. So, not acrylic, ABS. So, they probably will not be painted. So, you'll be able to go in and paint them whatever color you want. I usually paint them like some sort of metal color. But you can paint them, military green, cobra blue. Since they're standard ABS, they should be friendly with all sorts of different types of paints, as well as glue, because even though they will fit tightly, over time, plastic wear and tear. So you do want to glue stuff like that for permanence. A Ziploc bag, I have no idea where it goes. Remember this from the Nemesis Enforcer figure from G.I. Joe? I need to get the Boss Fight Studio wings. There's a lot of projects I want to work on the fantasy side. I still need to get the Pegasus stuff for Boss Fight Studio for their Mighty Steeds horses. I got one of their horses way back there. Way back there? Yeah. And but I want to get a white one, and I want to do a Pegasus, maybe like a Pegasus unicorn or something like that. I really like the details on the wings that they did. Oh, yeah. So here's the gear mechanism I was experimenting with to make a lever for the gallows. It works better this way. So it's a work in progress at this moment, just prototypes. So this was a simple prototype I was trying to do to work out the mechanics for it. But I think I'm just going to 3D print this. It'll work better. Let me put this back over here. Speaking about old Joe stuff, have y'all seen these little exo suits? I don't remember the company that does them, but I think it's the same company that does the Walmart figures. I don't remember their names, but they have an exo suit So I put a Joe figure in there. It's not very good. So I got this just to kind of see how they did it, and it's very basic. It's like just a few points of articulation. 4, I think, not including stuff like this. Yeah, so like 4 points of articulation. So if you do want an exosuit, I suggest the Marauders exosuit. Much better compared to this. But I think that's kind of obvious. But if you go to customize a suit, something that's brand new, something that hasn't been seen, some sort of brand new idea for customization, something like this could serve as an inspiration. Maybe an inspiration on not to do it, but I'll figure something out for it. But I do like the Marauders exosuits a lot better. So I gotta find a place for that. I got a bunch of these. They all come with dust as well. A bunch of these little holders. They're designed for the thicker acrylics. And this is something I was working on yesterday on the store. Is this one designed for this? This one may not be designed for this particular display, but I'm forcing it in anyway. But the idea is the VSS bridge consoles. These little holders, these little pieces where the displays mount, they're thin, and the display holding piece for the newer consoles that I've been working on, they're thicker. So if you order the thicker acrylic displays on the DioWarriors store, keep in mind that you'll need to be precise about which plastic piece you need. And the newer ones I'm working on, they only come in black. The VSS bridges, they have the standard gray and black also. And so I'm trying to work a system to make it more clear of what you'll need. But if you end up ordering the wrong thing, just let me know, and we'll work it out. Now I can't get this back in. Oh, upside down. Okay, there it goes. So, what's this? You know what I can use? I can use like one of those dry white dust rags. Let me go get one of those. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. This is what I mean. One of these like textured dust rags. because this area down here got a lot of dust. No, I've been looking for this. It's this is a white on black acrylic sheet. So how thick is it? 1/16. Okay, it's a little bit thinner than what I use now. But this is something I'm going to experiment with. Maybe white on black. Maybe I can do a white table with some sort of pattern in black. It'd be better if it was black on white, so that way I can engrave away the black, revealing, let's say, a white world map. And I can put that with the tactical table. So, okay, good. I'm glad I found this. Yeah. Let me put this aside over here, so I can make a note of using it again. Let's see. I'm banging against the computer. Yeah, so I have a lot of these yellow items, yellow canisters, the glare from the light, the window, but yellow canisters, yellow bleach bottles. One thing that comes out pretty good in yellow is the the plastic barrels, and they may not seem so good because a lot of people like the blue plastic barrels, but the yellow ones are not too bad either. I just don't know if colors mean anything with the modern plastic barrels. I would imagine something like an orange barrel would mean something like hazardous chemical. A black barrel, maybe oil or something like that. I would imagine blue for water or something. But so this keyboard, I made a bunch of these little keyboard holders. And the reason is, we got one right here. Reason is, I was thinking of making like some sort of console display on a turntable, on an arm. I'm still working on this design right here though. But the idea is you could have like some sort of console on a robotic arm, maybe mounted upside down on the ceiling or on the floor, and put a little keyboard and a small little display just at the very tip. And then so that way you could extend the keyboard and display however you need. So even if it was upside down, you should be able to just rotate on a turntable and display something for people to access and use. So I'm working on that. That's going to be released soon. I'm not happy the way this one comes out with two separate arms. So I'm making this as one arm, one thick arm. And this piece has two separate arms. I'm going to just do it as one arm. So that's something I'm currently working on. And it will be for acrylic displays. It will be for the green neon display. It'll have a unique keyboard, smaller keyboard, not the big one, but the small one. It probably won't be the painted version yet. I'm still working on techniques for this, mostly because the paint is kind of exposed to anything that does scratches. So I'm wondering if I need to do something like a plastic covering or spray paint it with some sort of clear coat. So I'm working on that part. Let's see what else I could show. I say what else I can show, but this is kind of like trying to clean things up. So here's parts of an LCD monitor. Yeah, I know it's kind of bright to really see. This is the older style where I have the monitor as two units, and I have the backing of the monitor as a separate unit that you attach. But the new design has them fused together, has the back and this part fused together. But if you order monitors, a black one, gray one, or the white ones, you probably will get the older design until those are cleared out. The finished product looks exactly the same. It's just how I'm now printing the body of the monitor. It's just that it cuts down on time. That's all. One of the newer consoles. So I got these things laying around that I really need to just clear out. So I need to put this somewhere. I need to put these somewhere. This. I had a box over here somewhere with nothing but monitor parts. I guess I don't have room here right now, so I'll put them right here. Anyone have the Cobra Lab Rat? I think was a JoeCon figure exclusive or so. Actually, I find the Lab Rat's actually a pretty useful figure to use. Oh, found a Marauder weapon. That's good. I gotta find a place for it, really. Oh, put it right there. One thing I do like are the modern, well, the 30th anniversary. Uh, yeah, 30th anniversary um, blue shirts. You know, so when these came out, I bought a bunch of them. Now this one's off screen, but yeah. Blue stuff. Well, I guess I'll put it right here. There's dust inside the cabinet. So maybe for a future video, I'll be like dusting the cabinets. I don't even know what this piece is for. Throw that away. I got little acrylic stuff everywhere. That's one thing when you do a lot of 3D printing as well as laser cutting, you generate a lot of extra parts, extra stuff. Maybe I can put this one. Hey, okay, great. So this now I just got to get the keyboard part for it, and this would actually complete someone's order, believe it or not. I got a lot more stuff just laying down over here near the printers. So, yeah. So I knew I'll find one. Here's a keyboard part. So what I would do is just snap it on. Well, this one's no longer snappable. The new design is a little bit less tight. It used to be tighter, but it's less tight now. I kind of changed the design for it. So this one is almost complete. Now I need to do the small keyboards actually for it. So let me get that started on the print. Computer, turn on Mini Select 6.
Okay.
Computer panels. Sci-fi keyboard. One thing about having all the computers in one room with the printers also in the same room, it generates a lot of heat. So it gets really hot in these rooms. This room specifically. I got a fan going on, but it's just recycling the warm air. Oh. Ta-da. Oh, what? Tron figure. Dead battery. But still, I had hopes for this when it came out. I was hoping it'll work well for like some sort of laboratory type person, or some sort of doctor, scientist. But after I got him, I realized I can't really do much with the bare feet. It's not really believable. So he's regulated back to what he's supposed to be, which is Kevin Flynn from Tron Legacy. But so I tried another idea. What if I put Matt Tracker on the Tron body? So you can't really see it too well, but so that way, if I ever do like some sort of Tron diorama or something, I can try other kinds of characters in the setting. Where's the Tron figures? Hmm. That's not it. Something for the cowboy figures, a small little iron pan. These actually print pretty well, and I do put them into the smoothing process. They look great once you paint them with an iron-based paint, because when it starts to oxidize and to rust, you get that real look. And of course, you could also, once it's painted with that, you could also add oil to the surface and have that glossy look to it. It just treated like the real thing. Yeah, here's one of the window frames for the VSS that I was prototyping. I have to get back to doing the windows for the VSS, the VSS bridge specifically. I do have some ideas to put into it, and I do want to finish it up. And I want to do it in such a way where we can put some sort of picture in front of the window. So when you're looking from the bridge, from inside the bridge, it would be nice to be able to see like some sort of scene through the window. And you could do any number of ocean horizon, or some sort of picture of from above the clouds, or even a space scene with Earth as the horizon. And I think if I can print one of those, 2D print one of those images onto a standard transparency, I think it will be believable. Like you could put maybe some sort of light source behind it, so when you shine the light, show up, show the image brightly. I'm kind of thinking that as I say this right now, I'm thinking this when the new Star Trek movies came out a few years ago, and when they were changing the Star Trek movie stuff, and they were introducing the new Captain Kirk, the new Spock, the new Enterprise. They had, I think it was Playmates or so. They had a diorama set, and I know a lot of people got them for the consoles and such. But one of the sets had an image of the viewer, the view screen. It was basically a render, but the back part of that picture was white. So it was a plastic thing with a render printed on it, and behind that was kind of whitish. And I wonder why they did the white in the back. And I'm thinking that maybe it was to kind of diffuse the light as the light hit the image. And so I'm thinking right now that maybe I can print 2D print on some transparency a typical picture, a render or something like that, and then add a coat of white spray paint. And I wonder if that would have the same effect. Hmm. Gotta try it out. So here's one of the Micro Sisters, but I'm missing some parts. I'm missing the foot in this one. Still, I put this one away. And here's the Marauders that I was talking about last night. with the live stream that we did last night with Sean and Otto, and I was mentioning my VSS crew, the standard crew. It's probably going to be the Marauders Chrome figures. I guess the Chrono Ops with the white highlights. So white gear, white holsters, things like that. I'm not too sure about the head though. I may have to do something else with the head. So this is going to be the look of my VSS crew, more or less. Keep the VSS down here. Oh, here. I haven't shown anyone this yet. So this was an experiment, and I kind of liked it. I kind of want to work with it some more and kind of flesh it out some more. But I was thinking of combining, the I guess Gorgon stuff from boss fights and with Marauder gear, and I was coming up with something like this. And little by little, I'll probably be adding more pouches to this piece and try to make it like some sort of, I don't know, alternate universe thing. Maybe Cobra works on some upgraded mass device and tears an opening in the space-time continuum, allowing by accident uh, Cobra troopers to go into a parallel universe, and maybe that parallel universe can somehow, flow into our universe. So I was thinking maybe do something like that with this. Uh, so with that in mind, with that in mind, I started to do some more experimentation with boss fight and Marauder gear. Just so I was thinking, well, what if I were to combine like orc type stuff, or in this case, maybe like some sort of green elf with some Marauder stuff, Marauder gear, and make like some sort of Mad Max kind of post-apocalyptic type uh, alternate world. Saying here's another one. I think this one has more of the orc head or something. I'm not quite sure. But I think I'm going to have to glue some parts together though. So with the gear, so you can imagine riding on some sort of maybe some sort of horse or some sort of robotic machine, or perhaps when the what is it, the beast of the Mesozoic uh, dinosaur figures come out. If I can put like a boss fight saddle on it, I'll put like these figures to ride dinosaurs. So that should complete the overall look that I'm trying to achieve. Then the next challenge will be to figure out where I can go to take photos of orc, elf mounted dinosaurs. One of the prints just finished. I tell you, I got a lot of things to do. I really want to work on that robotic arm. I think that's got some interesting possibilities. Mm. So this is going to be a short stream, just by basically 1 hour. And so at the top of the hour, I'll go ahead and stop it. No, actually at the bottom of the hour. Okay, let's see. Um, I got a bunch of these beams that I need to find use for. Got them in different styles. They do connect, and you can do bigger, longer structures with them. And they're quite strong too. I'm surprised. So unfortunately, the printer that does them is this one, and that one is down right now. I've ordered a part to help me get the thing back up. I think Monday it'll arrive, but there's a chance it may arrive today. I'm just thinking, what if I were to combine something like this and have it suspended on the roof ceiling of the VSS? Yeah, this may actually work for, yeah, because the VSS has a large maintenance bay area, and it's like a big hangar, and I want to put LED lights and suspend the LED lights from above. With that in mind, sometimes if light can go through some sort of mesh, some sort of grill, some sort of floor, some sort of grate, it leaves shadows and other little effects that seems to make certain shots in a photo more interesting. So I'm thinking if I can suspend something like this up on the VSS on the ceiling, and then have maybe an area to attach LED lights. Maybe if I could put an LED light strip, some sort of attachment that can attach a light strip here and a light strip over here. Maybe I might be able to have sufficient light and not have to put anything in the middle. I gotta keep these out and see. So I'll keep these right here. That'll be an interesting little test. I need to find my parts bin because I got a lot of these. I don't want to call them spare, but a lot of these extra figures that I have plans to use, especially with Marauder parts. But in the meantime, I don't have those parts, so I need a place to keep them. So these are like headless figures, things like that. I really don't want to have them with my normal display because they are incomplete. So I gotta figure a place for these. Maybe I do have a parts bin somewhere. Just a bin that has a bunch of figures, incomplete figures. Uh, I think this one came with that um, exosuit. Does anyone actually use these kind of figures, these sculpts, for any diorama thing? They look very, very cartoonish. Is there any potential to use them? Or should I just throw it out? Aha! I found some acrylic keyboards. So that's good. I don't have to laser cut anything right now. Will these actually fit? Or are these too long? These are too long. So I have to use these for some other project. Here is a Dr. Jones, Indiana Jones figure. I usually use this specific one for steampunk type settings. So I have like old style filing cabinet, card cabinets. So I use like Dr. Jones uh, with it. They kind of work well together. That kind of look. Put this one here. Something that I've been kind of playing around with a couple weeks ago was doing some chess pieces. So I have a pet project on doing like a Star Trek chess display. So that means I had to print out my own chess pieces. Again, the brightness from the windows kind of blocking it out. So I've got some pawns. You can kind of follow my progress with it on the DioWarriors store. I have a blog there, and I have a couple of articles just kind of highlighting what I've done with the chess pieces themselves. I still need to do the knight, and then I need to move on to the actual board to do the 3D chess. There's a lot of dust in this room, and that dust is causing problems. Okay, this one doesn't have any battery. I guess I could power it with a USB. Here's a USB thing. I don't think I have a USB cord compatible one. Maybe I got something right here. I don't know if this is a micro USB or or a mini USB. Ah, it plugs in. Let's see. I got a USB port right here. Okay, here's the test. Oh, hey, it works. So I guess I'll use that for this, which is good. I'm thinking about doing something, maybe make my own LED thing, but I'm thinking of doing something where I can put some sort of hologram, thing, 3D printed maybe, or in acrylic for the VSS, like some sort of conference area, maybe have a hologram, holographic Earth. And by chance, I have this piece here, which I believe, well, I would have to turn it off. Hold on. It's got the opening right here. Oh, is it upside down? No, I was right. Okay. Yeah, there it goes. So something like that, and I can kind of hide what the display is and put something else on top. So I'm thinking if I can just remove the plastic covering, keeping the LEDs okay, I can just position the button elsewhere, and I can take advantage of the different modes that this LED display will have, and then I could have something interesting on display for the VSS. So, okay. Gotta find a place for this now. Well, okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it for now, because it's mostly the same thing. I just got to focus on this area here, clean things up. Found some more chess pieces. So got some new triangular displays coming out. So I'm going to be showing more of these later this week as I work with this robotic arm. And it's something that's really designed for the VSS. But, you know, you'll be able to put it anywhere else where you actually need. You can even mount it to a wall. You know, it's like, here's a wall. We'll just have like something tucked away. Then it's like, okay, someone approaches, just, you know, something. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm going to go ahead and stop the broadcast now, and probably go get something to eat. And then I'm going to continue dusting and cleaning this room. Thank you for watching.